Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Rashika. And in today's video, we're going to talk about how I knew my husband was the one. How did I know that Mr. Kelly was, the just the man I'm supposed to marry? Um, this is actually a video that was requested by a subscriber, so shout out to you. And yeah, we're just gonna dive a little deeper into how did I know. So if you're interested in hearing more about our love story, and just getting to know me a little bit more, then please keep on watching.
All that history, all that's history. I'll calm down eventually, fall back eventually.
So to be honest, our journey to marriage was fairly short. When we met, we were talking as just friends. We dived a lot into what we wanted in life, what we were looking for, especially. I made it clear that I was not trying to get into just any relationship. I made it clear what I was looking for. I explained that, I had a son, and we just spend time genuinely talking as just friends, getting to know each other, getting to know our likes and dislikes. We talked a lot about music. Some days it was just back and forth about the different music that we liked. And we just realized very quickly that the person on the other side of the phone or the person on the other side of the conversation was like the one. And even though a lot of times we second guess ourselves, and in our case, I think we were definitely second guessing because it felt so natural, it felt so real, it felt like this is the person that I should have met 20 years ago. That's what it felt like. And I know we've talked about it, so I know it felt like that for him as well. And a lot of it was me, and I mean, to be honest, we probably would have been married a long time ago, but a lot of it was me pushing back. A lot of it was me kind of evaluating and making sure that I'm not rushing, making sure that like the feelings weren't just butterflies, making sure that he was doing the things that he said he was going to do, if that makes sense. We talked for, I think, about a year and a half. We were, again, just friends. We communicated a lot. We talked every day. We talked every night. I think one time we were on the phone for about 5 hours. About 5 hours. And we were just, like I said, chit chatting. We talked about family. We talked about our core values. We talked about our love languages and how we receive love, and how we give love and all those things. We legit, guys, we went deep into conversation. And a big part of why relationships fail nowadays is finance, which is also something that we talked about. And I'm not the most comfortable person when it comes to talking about money, but we were able to kind of have that conversation in stages. But nonetheless, we were able to have that conversation. Now, my husband lives in Jamaica. I was living in the US at the time. And the first time that we met in person, it was not awkward. It was like, okay, like, what's up? Like, how's your day going? Like, how are you doing? It was, and I mean, there were moments where it was a little awkward, I will say, but for the most part, it was so, like, easy. It was so easy. It was smooth like butter, guys. It was so smooth like butter. The first day we ended up going to an event, which obviously I'm not gonna tell you all my business. You know what I'm saying? No, not like that. But the first day we hung out, it was me and my son, Ro, and him, Mr. Kelly. And we hung out. And to be honest, what really caught me initially, yes, again, we've been having conversations. Yes, obviously, he knows I have a son, all those things. He doesn't have kids. But what caught me, that initial reaction, is my son was in his car seat or his stroller, and he was whining in a sense. And this man asked my permission if he could hold my son, if he could take my son out of the car seat and hold him. I was like, okay, manners. Ask my permission. First of all, the fact that you even wanted to do it is one thing, but the other part of it is that you respect how I felt. You respect the fact that I was very protective of my son, so much so that you asked my permission. And obviously, this is somebody that, he's seen on the phone before and all those things. But yeah, sorry guys, I'm sweating. It's hot. But that was like a big thing for me, and I think why it was even such a big thing is because in our generation, in today's generation, chivalry is just not there. It's just not there. And I hate to say it, but in the Jamaican culture, chivalry ain't there none at all. The chivalry does not exist majority of the time, especially in our generation, especially our age group is what I mean. So to find somebody that was so in tune with their feelings, in tune with their emotions, super family oriented. And I mean, although he has lost his mom and dad, super family oriented, all about, the family unit, all about creating that family structure. And like I said, that night I was like, okay, there's something going on here. There's something. And then we hung out again. I want to say like a few weeks later. I flew back to Jamaica and it was just me and him. And people, like random people, like I remember one night we were just walking and talking. And then I think we had stopped by like a little wall, just sitting and talking. And these random ladies walked by us and it's like, oh, Black Love, you guys look so cute. And we're like, what? Black Love? Mind you guys, we had not even made it official. We had not even been, quote unquote, in a relationship. And people were like, our energy together was like radiating. I don't know. And I tell you, I've never, and I mean, I'm not that old or anything, but I've never been in a relationship where someone has taken the time and put so much effort into catering to my mental and my heart and just making sure that I'm okay. Because the biggest thing is too, he realizes I'm really good at like taking care of other people. I'm really good at like outputting and giving and giving and giving, especially with the job that I'm in, that he has just taken the responsibility of making sure I'm okay to heart. And and I'm not trying to be funny or anything. He literally makes sure I'm okay. And again, before we even were in a relationship, I saw those things. And those are some of the biggest reasons why I fell in love with him, to be completely honest. Not to mention, my son absolutely loves him. Absolutely, absolutely cherishes him. And that's not something I take lightly at all. That's not something that I play about. So for him and my son, like I wish you guys could see the relationship he has with my son. But that is not something I take lightly. It's not. So that was a huge thing for me. Then, a little while after that, I think we had officially made it official that we were like a thing, that we're in a relationship, all those things. We started seeing each other more often. And then he actually met my dad. Now, my dad is a very chill guy. He's not a very fussy guy at all. But he met my dad and he met my little brother. Now, nobody really says anything. My family is the kind of people that they're welcoming and all those things, but if they don't like you, they're also not gonna like shame you, if that makes sense. So after, the meeting and everything, I asked my dad, I'm like, hey, what did you think? Like, how we feel? Like, and obviously it was fairly new. It was new to like the family and everything. But a lot of people also thought that it was fairly quick after, you know, the breakup with my son's father. But what people have to realize, it's your timing. Things was already ending on that side. I had already mentally checked out. And it, you know, there was enough time. Rashika's over it. We're good. And so he met my dad and everything. Afterwards, I spoke to my dad. My dad's like, okay, he's cool. Like, you know, let's see what happens, kind of thing. And my little brother, my little brother was like, oh, I like him better. He's more like a brother. He plays with me and stuff. Cause he had went and got like sugar cane and stuff and cut up cane and coconut and all. When I tell you, and all natural, like he wasn't doing it to get no hype or that's literally just him. That's literally just how he is. And obviously they've seen that now. But guys, amazing, 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 amazing. I can't wait for you guys to meet my husband. And even leading up to that, leading up to us like getting engaged and getting married, which we got engaged September and then we got married February. So it's not a long time. And we would have honestly gotten married before that. The timing just wasn't working out. But to find somebody that just takes the time to ensure that you're okay, to ensure that like your life is better and not worse, to ensure that like life is progressing. And I didn't even think that he could get better, but this, like, we got married and his sense of protection over me and my son or our son has just tripled. I don't know. His sense of protection and his sense of like providing for us as a family unit has just like skyrocketed, guys. Like, and I obviously, my mom always says, see me and live with me are two different things. And at first, you know, living with a person who you've never lived with before is an adjustment. But when I tell you, this man has been trying everything to just make sure that we are comfortable. He has been doing his endeavor best to make sure that we don't need for anything, we don't want for anything. And I am forever grateful. I am forever, forever grateful. Also, I remember, so my mom and my sister and my niece came to Jamaica for like a family event. And they were able to meet him then, which is like literally right before we got married. And no, we didn't tell anybody we were getting married, by the way. They were here for an event and we all spent some time together. We went on a road trip across Jamaica. And when I tell you guys, to be able to be with someone that gets along so great with my family, when I tell you him and my mom got along great. He spent a lot of time with my sister because they were driving in one car. I was driving the other car with my mom. My niece loves him. Like, I couldn't ask for a better partner, to be honest. And we have been working on, you know, building that generational wealth, building our life together as a couple, our life together as a family. And I just know this is it, guys. This is it. But like I said, the minute the request for this video was how did I know, or when did I know he was the one? One, the first time was when he asked permission to hold my son. Second, what my little brother said. And third, how him and my mom got along. Yeah, I know. And it's, yes, obviously how we are together and all those things play into it as well. But those are huge things for me. Those are huge things for me. Family is a huge part of me and my identity and my everyday life. So if it didn't mesh, I don't know if it would work, but that's, you know, just like I said in the previous video, my man. But like I said, in another video at some point, I will get Mr. Kelly here, get him talking with you guys. And then feel free, even at the bottom of this video, feel free to drop your questions that you have that you would want for him to answer. And just any questions that you have in general, just drop it in the comment section down below. I definitely respond to all the comments that I get. And don't forget, if you are liking the videos so far, just let me know. If you have any suggestions for videos that you want to see, let me know as well. Again, like, comment, share. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It is free. And it's your girl Rashika, aka Ro, or Mrs. Kelly. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.